Frederick Leonard, I give the film a 10 on 10. Amazing.
Asking me who I am.
Who are you? There's no need for this. You are rich. You are stupendously rich. You are wealthy. Hey!
Heaven Must Wait, a Nollywood film on Frederick Leonard TV, is one of the best Nollywood productions I've watched this year, 2026. Amazing story.
I didn't even know she was using the money for treatment. Grandma, we mocked how soft she was. We didn't know what she was going through.
Oh, why? Teacher Dorcas suffered so much. She went through a lot. Only when Lord decided to smile at her. Only when she met a rich man.
I made her fall in love with you.
Now, we're not going to focus on the production details, you know, all the camera angles and stuff. Now, we're not going to focus. We'll just focus on the story, the plot. Now, it talks about a young man, you know, who is a single father of one. And you know how it gets. You cannot live in the city with your daughter. It's very difficult. It's very challenging, right? I mean, how do you manage between work and taking care of your child? So the father decided to take the little angel back to the village to live with his mother, her grandmother. And this young lady grew up with so much resentment for the father because she believed that the father abandoned her in the village with the grandmother, and would only visit once in 4 months. But little did she know that, please, you are living in a comfortable house. You are going to one of the best schools in the village. You eat well. You look good. All your needs are being provided for. You think it's by magic, honey? Granted, I'm not present, but I know that you're in good hands. I know that you're living with somebody who loves you as much as I do, if not more than I do, which is your grandmother, my mother. I am here because I'm trying to work, I'm trying to provide for you. But the young lady would not understand, and she would use the most...
How would you come back here? Who are you telling how far? Are you telling your father how far?
Which father? Who be my father? This one. Grandma, I beg. You are my problem. I don't want you around here pretending to care. You are never around. Where were you when I needed a father? You picked me up and dumped me like trash all these years with grandma. So go away and let it remain so.
No father wants to hear such words from the child, to be honest. You see, I want to applaud the father for the tolerance and the level of patience he had. Because me, at some point, I was like, You did crazy. You're mad. You should be grateful you have a father like this, baby. Some people have fathers who, granted they are present, but they have no use. They are pretty much dead. They are better off dead or being dead. You even get papa where he provide for you to make sure you chop fine. You and your grandma people are living well, and you have the guts to complain. I was so pissed. You know, for example, I think there was this part where there's this scene where she tells the father that she hates him.
I don't like you, and I will never like you.
You see? How you get the liver? How is that? This are the both children. I don't understand. How they raise on her? How you start where you go tell your papa, you tell your papa say 80, and then you leave to tell the tale or to tell the story. I don't understand. How I not get 4 corner head now? God save me. I remember this day my grandmother called me. I was playing dodgeball, dodging. We call it dodging. I don't know how I call it for that side. We will play dodging. Knowing dodging, it's really sweet. I did dance. I mean, I did play. And then my grandma called me. Then she calls to send me to go and buy Gary, that the soup is almost ready. I want to die vex. And then I did not know that my uncle was in the house. I grumbled. I just hear my uncle's voice, Mojoko. All place blur. You say it, I said, uncle, no, nothing. I saw I tell that money. I went to go and buy. Now, upon getting to the store, I noticed that a group of, kids, my friends now, they were playing football. And as a child, I got distracted. Now, so I put them on. I didn't even know I put the money. I got carried away and I joined them and we were playing football. You know what reminded me? What resetted my brain? Now, slap with my uncle, give me, it's like I will collapse. No, like you when they send me go buy Gary. 500 don't fell lost. So they say one of those some person don't pick the money, go return. 500 don't lost, Gary no day. And then so I'm like, hey, this shoot to my when I get lucky. Until you're talking to your father like that, how is that? They go darken your eye with slap. So the father was very patient. The father tried to understand where the daughter was coming from. Another parable like, bro, that because I born a you and you the buga for me. I will abandon you. I will go born other picking and make you suffer. Anyways, so everything that the child, all the harsh words, all the mean words that the child threw at the father, right? The father, he took it, he received it. But I love the clap back because when the daughter said, I hate you, you know what he told her? I don't like you too. I say, everywhere felt blurred. She could not believe what the father said. Like, wait, bro, you hate me too? Because she was not doing well in school. She was not performing well in school. She was very recalcitrant, you know, because to her, she believed that was the only way she could get back. Or that was the best way to get back at her father, you understand? Because to her, the father abandoned her. The father does not love her. But the father tells her, I gave birth to you. I'm your father. But your destiny is not in my hand, you see. So if you are ruining your future because you're trying to get back at me, then it's your fault and it's going to be on you. It is your future, it's not my own. So you have to go to school.
Put your hate for me aside and understand that you have a very bright future, a destiny that can lead you to greatness. But if you choose to continue to harbor this hate for me in your heart and choose to fail because of me, it's on you. I brought you to this world, but your destiny is not in my hand. It's in your hands.
That is what made her, that's what changed her mindset. That was like that turning point for her because, like I said, she was very recalcitrant. She was not doing well in school. She kept repeating the same class, you know. And then she has this teacher, Miss Dorcas or Teacher Dorcas, who she's going through a lot, bro. It's very obvious from the week. From the way to the show, you know how some teachers do dress, right? Well, you will not blame her. Her salary was so little. As a matter of fact, she hasn't been paid for like 3 months, you see. So she had the bare minimum, and that is what she could make do with what she had. And to be honest, she looked very funny. But Lala played a very good. I mean, her performance was amazing. She was a teacher, Teacher Dorcas. You know, I love the fact that she was very patient. I love the fact that she was very tolerant. Even when the children kept making a mockery of her, you know, she was still very motherly towards the children. A bit disciplined, very strict, but I mean, it's very necessary, right? While grooming children, it's very necessary. So, it's equally a lesson for parents. Like, you have to appreciate some of these teachers because they're doing a great job. They are raising your kids for you, and they'll be going through a lot. And then it's rather unfortunate that their paychecks are always very small. Teachers do not get good salaries, to be honest. And it's equally very crazy to hear that sometimes they don't get paid for a very long time. I think over here in Cameroon, there was, I think last year or so, teachers were even on strike because their salaries were not being paid. They cannot be going through these, you know, grooming your children and all, and they are not being paid at the end of the day. And how much is the salary to begin with? Like, why are you even owing them? So teachers don't earn a lot of money. So that was Teacher Dorcas's own, you know, that was one of the reasons. And I love something about her. She was very, very smart, right? For example, when she bumped into Frederick, Angel's father.
Come out.
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Come out.
Listen, I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry.
This early morning.
Please,
Do
forgive
you
me.
have cataract?
What?
Are you blind? Are you visually impaired?
You know how she had to do some drag, she had to attack the man, and the man ended up giving her 5,000 francs to get herself a new clothes or to take the clothes to the dry cleaners, right?
5,000 naira.
5,000 for what?
And you say you are not blind. Look at my clothes. Look at what you have done to my shoe this early morning. Hi! No.
Okay, please. I don't want trouble.
I don't even want to hear 5,000.
I don't want trouble.
I don't want to even hear
Here's the money. This is
I don't want
5,000. Please. I don't want trouble, please.
But that was her evening food money.
I just told him 5,000. He never argued. Just brought it out like that. Clothes that I bought, how much was it? 500. Clothes I'll still even wash again, self. It's not like I'll throw it away. I just told him, you know how much like clothes.
So the next day she goes to school, and then she meets Angel talking rudely or speaking rudely to a man.
You're supposed to...
Zechariah. Angel, are you mad? Are you mad? Why are you talking to him like that?
So she comes in to intervene, and then she discovers that, oh, the man, you know, who has splashed water on her, or the man Angel is talking rudely to is the man who splashed water on her. Also, now you were. So upon further conversation with Angel, she discovered that that man was actually Angel's father, and he's equally very rich. So now she has to start calculating. How do I do it? You know, I'm not being paid. I've been going to the principal's office for the, you know, for the 10th time or so. I've been asking him to pay me my salary, but he's not giving me any fruitful, you know, solutions or any promises whatsoever. And then there is this man who is very rich, and then the daughter, she's not doing well in school, and now she's thinking of taking her studies seriously. So how about I propose to be her teacher? And that was it, you know. And her wish was granted, as the young angel was actually looking for a teacher, because after that conversation with the father, when the father said, I gave birth to you, but your destiny is not in my hands, you know, you have to take your life seriously. She had herself, you know, like an introspection and all, and she told her family that I would love to take my studies very seriously, but I'm in need of someone who's going to accompany me, and I'm in need of a teacher, a private teacher, right? So they asked her, who do you have in mind? And that is how Teacher Dorcas was recommended. But now the father was not in accordance with it, because I mean they already have their problems, the back and forth, right? Voila. But he had no choice. He had to oblige the daughter. He's looking for ways to gain her forgiveness, to gain her favor. So he has to do everything possible to make sure that she's happy. You understand, right? So that is how Teacher Dorcas becomes Angel's teacher, and she requested for 20,000 naira as payment. And the way she said it, you know, when poverty is a very bad thing, because she was telling Leonard, like, I'm very expensive, I'm very expensive, and they were like, charge us now.
I have work to do. I have to be somewhere. Time is money.
You are the only person that has something to do or somewhere to go. Calm down. I'm thinking about it because I don't want to scare you. I'm very expensive.
Madam.
20,000, and that's final. And it's just for 1 month, oh. It's not one term. It's not the full term. It's just 1 month.
Okay. It's done.
Even Angel was disappointed. We're like, wait, what? It's when poverty and a bastard, to be honest. So fast forwarding, Angel and the teacher, they bonded to the point where even when Teacher Dorcas was being mocked, you know, by some students, Angel's classmates and all, you will see Angel coming through for Teacher Dorcas. And then there was even this one time where one of the students whom Teacher Dorcas had punished through Angel, you know, threatened to beat her up, like the ambush that Teacher Dorcas came to our rescue, and that's how they bonded. So Frederick had to go back to the city. He's been in the village, the back and forth movement. There was a lot of, you know, the traffic, the time, and even the risk, leaving the village every day to Lagos back and forth was not really easy for him. So he tells the family, tells the mother that he wants to go back to Lagos. He cannot be doing the back and forth. And the mother asked him, do you intend leaving your daughter behind? He said, I'm not going to leave my daughter behind. I want to take my child along with me. I mean, that's how the problem started initially, him bringing the daughter and leaving her to school and live with the mother, right? Voila. So he said, no, I'm going to take my daughter to the city. So they tell Angel, and she gives one condition. The only way I'm going to leave the village for the city is if Teacher Dorcas goes with me. And fortunately for Leonard, Dorcas accepted. I mean, if Tayuna accepts, they need to pay me for that school. 3 months now. They need to pay. Look at my shoe. Look at my wig.
Lady coin.
I can barely fit. And then I have one hungry neighbor who knows exactly when I'm eating. Like the neighbor don't already know his timetable. He knows where he chop. He knows how he know the get. You know, say after 8 o'clock, chop to the house, and you find her.
My friend. If you want me to just enter my house like that without even knocking.
Now. Dorcas, but I knock now.
I don't like this, so.
You said you think they do so hard these days. Are we not friends? We not be friends again? You dey cook, Dorcas.
It's because of you I'm not gaining weight.
You are a cookist. Oh.
So Angel, Teacher Dorcas accepts, and besides, she and Angel already had a bond, you know, so she could not say no. So she follows them to the city, and that is very beautiful and all.
So people live in this kind of place. Hey.
Is that a problem?
So I knew you had some cash. But you are rich. You are stupendously rich. You are wealthy. Hey!
The film is good. There's comedy, there's comic relief. Leonard were funny, eh? You know, the comic really. I love the chemistry between Teacher Dorcas and Frederick Leonard was very beautiful. The bond, even with the little angel, they did well together. To be honest, so the film is very very tight, few casts but beautiful story, beautiful delivery, amazing. Now while in the city, they're gonna bond. Angel will find difficulties enrolling in different schools, so Dorcas will be like, okay, you know what? Since she's finding it difficult blending, or so how about I just homeschool her for the time being, since we're already approaching the holidays? And the father said, okay. So it was during that time that they started bonding, and Frederick saw another side, another aspect of Teacher Dorcas, and that's how they fell in love. And before then, let me take you back. I love the way, see, this film was not, because to be honest, when I started watching the film, I was like, heaven must wait, I'm trying to wait for that part. I'm waiting for the part where, like where they got the title from. The suspense was amazing. Now, I mean, one of the scenes when Dorcas visited Angel, because the deal was, you are only going to teach her in our house. We don't love your vicinity. We don't love your area where you live. You see, if you want to teach my daughter, come to the house. So this particularly, while she was teaching Angel, she was very tired. She complained of a migraine. She complained of a headache, right? That was a hint. That was a hint, guys. So when they went to the city, right, and she was teaching Angel, you will find her drinking those medications. Now, Frederick would notice only after they became very close, because initially they didn't like each other. So, but when they became close, and he realized that she was taking some medications, and then upon going to the hospital, after complaining of migraine and all, that's when they heard the bad news.
I'm afraid she has cancer.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Frederick cried. Angel cried. For the longest time, she's been waiting for her family to be whole again. Her mother died when she was very young. The father remained unmarried. Now, the father has finally fallen in love with a very good woman who does not just love the father, but loves her as well. And heaven is about taking this woman away from us. Hence the title, Heaven Must Wait. But did heaven wait? Heaven did not wait. And that is how she died. But I'm happy that she dies in the arms of the man that she loves and who equally loves her very much. It's rather unfortunate that she did not live to enjoy the fruit of her labor. God ended up blessing her with a very rich man, with a loving family, a loving stepdaughter, but she did not live long enough to enjoy all of that and lots more. The film is a very sorrowful film. It teaches you a lot. Be kind to people. People are fighting battles. And that was Angel's regret, because she was like, I wish I were a bit more kind to Teacher Dorcas. I regret all the harsh words. I regret all the terrible things I said to her. I never knew that the reason why she was wearing the terrible clothes she was wearing is because she did not have enough money. The little money she had, she was buying her medications. So be nice to people. People are going through a lot, you see. You don't expect, some people don't know their problems. You don't expect them to tell you your problems, to tell you their problems, you see. So just be nice. If you don't have anything nice to tell people, shut up. Because when Teacher Dorcas died, the principal was very devastated. He said this was a teacher who, loved the children. In as much as she was not being paid, but she was very kind to everybody. I wish I had treated her better. The students who had mocked at her, who had laughed at her, equally felt the same. And you find them mourning. Even the neighbor who would always come to finish Dorcas's food, you find her crying that, Dorcas, why did you not tell me that you were sick? And
You been there sick all this time. You don't tell me. Me, I be think say we dey close. Dorcas. Every time I go there, they come your house, they beg you for food. You they give me.
so the lesson is, be nice to people. People are fighting battles you are not aware of. If you don't have anything nice to tell people, zip it and clock it. Frederick Leonard, I give the film a 10 on 10. Amazing. And my review is based on the story. I'm not looking at the technical, no. So this is just a plot. Amazing film. Do I recommend? Of course, I do recommend. You will love it. But be prepared to cry your eyes out. So just keep some tissue by the side, because from time to time you're going to be. But you may... yeah, it gives you all of those emotions. Very nice. You love it. See you next time. And hey, kids, please, be appreciative. Be appreciative. If you have a father who takes good care of you, you don't know what God has done for you. Not everybody is fortunate to have such a father. So be very grateful if you have a father who doesn't just love you, but equally provides for you. You don't know the battle they are facing. Okay? So show to your parents a lot of love and gratitude. I am Choma Ayomide Danenionga. Bye.